Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to learn a novel 4.3 Around the World in 80 Days. This novel is written by Jules Gabriel Verne, who was born in 1828 and died in 1905. Jules Gabriel Verne was a French novelist. He was a poet as well as playwright. Jules Gabriel Verne ranked second in the world whose novels translated into other languages mostly throughout the world. He has written widely popular series of adventure novels, and the most famous and adventurous novels are Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is published in 1864. Another adventurous novel is that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which was published in 1870. And the present novel, which is prescribed for in new syllabus of 12th standard, that is Around the World in 80 Days, which was published in 1873. So that is the important work which he has done in his life. Now let's learn something about the novel. Before learning the novel, it is essential that we should know the different characters who played different roles in the novel. There are four major characters in this novel. The first is Phileas Fogg. Phileas Fogg is a major character, or in short we can say he is a protagonist of the novel. Second, Passepartout. He is a servant of Phileas Fogg. Next, third character, Auda, and the last, Detective Fig. So these four characters present in each chapter of the novel. There are also minor characters who also play an important role, so we should know also about them. Sir Francis Cromarty, John Bunsby, the Reform Club members, the Parsi Guide, Colonel Stamp Proctor, Mr. Camerfield, Mr. Mandyboy, Elder William Hitch, Mudge, and the last character, Captain Speedy. So these are the different characters which are present in the novel. Then we also, before learning the novel, we also today we have to see the theme of the novel. The present novel, Around the World in 80 Days. This novel is full of adventure and the excitement, which readers feels or enjoy that excitement from the beginning of the novel to the end. In this novel, Phileas Fogg is the protagonist of the novel. Let's learn something about the major character. At the beginning of the Phileas Fogg is a person who like a solitary life. He has no friends. He closed off himself within the four wall. He does not give or respond to the comments made by other person in the club or in the society. So such type of solitary character we find in the beginning of the novel. At the end, the character is changed. I will tell you later this. So that is the major character. Now we have to learn how the novel or how the journey started. Means what happened before starting the journey. At the Reform Club, our major character Fogg, Flanagan, Florentine, and Selwyn are talking about a recent bank robbery which is occurred there. So they were discussing about who was the robber and where he went. That conversation leads to a wager or bet or challenge. And here our major character, protagonist Phileas Fogg, was quite sure he can travel around the world in 80 days. Now the present member or present person in that Reform Club, that is Flanagan, Florentine, and Selwyn, are not quite sure, or they did not believe on the statement made by Phileas Fogg. Now, here our protagonist Phileas Fogg accepted the wager, accepted the challenge, accepted the bet that he can travel around the world in 80 days. And here is the reason that the Fogg started his journey. As I tell you, the Fogg wants to complete his journey around the world in 80 days, so that novel proceeds at fast pace. Novel proceeds at fast pace. There is always some excitement resulting from the various encounters. While they were traveling from one place to another, they have encountered with many incidents, and it resulted into the excitement which the readers feel, as I told you, from the beginning to the end. The next important, the beauty of novel is that the writer takes the reader to a journey of the world with him. The readers watched, feel, hear raising incidents and excitements, adventures, thrilling, yet beautiful places in the world. Another important feature of this novel is the time. As we know that time is fickle. It never waits for anyone, never stops for anyone. That time either works for the team or against them. In many cases, due to the time, the team, that is of Phileas Fogg, Passport Out, Auda, has to face many difficulties, has to face many encounters due to the time. In many cases, time foils their plans. Time is responsible for their defeat. Defeat here, it means going too late from one place to another. So time works against them. In many cases, ships and trains leave without them because they late to reach there. Many incidents are occurred there due to that time. Here, the ultimate message which we get from the novel is that no one controls the time. Time will work according to the way it wants to work. It means that on time no one can control. No one can control on time. Time itself control. He works according to its rule. He works according to his mind. So time is as important feature of this novel. Finally, the team who went on journey reached to the last station, and here Phileas Fogg won the bet. He won the bet, gaining extra day due to crossing of international date line. One thing is an important here. When they reached to the last point, they are late 5 minutes, and here Phileas Fogg lost his bet and went to the home. But his loyal servant realized that when they reached to the last point, they got an extra day due to crossing of international. At the initial, they think that when they reached to the last point, it was Monday, but actually it was a Sunday due to the crossing of international date line, and in this way they won the bet. The another important thing in this novel is that change in the behavior or the character of Phileas Fogg. Which type of change is made there? As I told you at the beginning of the story, beginning of the journey, Phileas Fogg is a solitary character. He did not like to talk, he did not like to make friends, he did not like to share his thoughts with anyone. He closed himself within the four walls. Such type of character is changed. Now, at the end, Phileas Fogg realized the importance of friendship. He got a loyal friend in the form of servant, that is Passport Out. He also got a loyal partner, Auda, to whom he married at the end. So such type of major change in the major character of Phileas Fogg is made there. Another important thing we have to include in the theme is that what is the purpose of journey? Why did Phileas Fogg accepted the challenge? Why did he become ready to go? And that reason is that Phileas Fogg wants to preserve honor and prove his worth in at the Reform Club. I agree, or he accepted the bet of $20,000 £20,000. Here Phileas Fogg did not accept the challenge due to that big amount. He wants to preserve his honor and prove his worth to the men of the Reform Club, and that's why he accepted the challenge and went to the trip. So that is the main purpose behind his starting journey. Finally, when we read a novel, when we go through the different encounters, we got the important message, and the message is that no problem is unsolvable. During the journey, Fogg, Passport Out, Auda has faced many problems, has faced many encounters. Finally, when we read the whole novel, the reader got the message from the novel, and the message is that no problem is unsolvable. Here, the all characters like Phileas Fogg, Passport Out, Auda faced many difficulties, faced many challenges during their journey. And when they were in trouble, when they were in difficulty, by using their quick thinking, they overcome on the problem. Different innovative ideas entered in their mind, and they accepted it and tried to solve that disaster, tried to solve that problem. So in that traveling, Fogg, who shows his clever wit in coming up with the solutions, as well as Passport Out to show his brevity, multiple ingenuity in multiple situations. So that is the theme of the novel, that is the different aspect of the novel which we get get from the novel. Thank you very much.